texting minus app. Hey girl. Yeah, that's not how the song goes. That's as McGuire went, but whatever. Well, I need a song to talk about around the world, because today I'm going to talk about the minus app. Yeah, I was supposed to be studying. This is my grandparents' library, and yes, there's books downstairs. Here's like the guest room. I was laying on this and I was studying for my exam, which I kind of already did, but still I'm like, eh. So I was like, okay, I studied. I'm about to fall asleep. I have to do something to wake me up. I must make a YouTube video. And then I thought, well, why not about this app? Which actually I thought like 2 days ago, but I did. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm still asleep. Okay, so I think it's called Minus or Minus. Minus app. It's got a cat on it, and it's MINUS. And I downloaded it on Facebook 2 days ago because it was like, talk with people from around the world, for all around the globe. And I was like, why not give this a try? I mean, I'm tired of the people here. Might as well talk to people over there. So I downloaded it, and the first thing that appeared was like a little map, and you could talk with people from around the world. And I was like, okay, so first I searched, and I just didn't know who to text. So I found the UK, and I saw this guy named Phil, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna talk to you. And my birds told me it was a little racist what I wrote, but I didn't think of that. I was just like funny because I just told him, you're the first decent person I found to talk to. And I was like, okay, what the hell? And he was like, ha ha ha. And then we just started talking, and then yesterday he left me in red, and we haven't talked since. But that was the first person. And then when you text up for a person, you're like, I can text someone else. So then I texted the other guy from Cheetah, which I'm so fucking in love with him. He's so cute, and we like made click, like we connected like since we started talking. But this is what I want to go to. So I just talked to him, and I was like, I downloaded this app because it was on Facebook. Why did you do it? And he was like, because we should give a chance to people from around the world. I was like, I'm so fucking in love with you. And then there's this other guy, which I texted, Brandon or something like that. And I texted, and he was from Australia. I was like, you're the third person I text on this thing. And he like left me in red. So I was like, that is so stupid. But it was kind of funny, you know, to find this app. And I was like, okay, so I'm texting people, but how the hell are they gonna find me? I mean, I was like, nobody's gonna find me. Bullshit. I've got like about 10 people texting me. I don't know, I've never told you, in my birthday I made a birthday spell for a lot of men to have a crush on me, like every man. Well, I think I did. That's why I can't be with Memo, because it backfired, because when I specific that he should fall for me too, I said, oh, but until there, because he's my cousin. And, well, now I can't be with him because it backfired. That's the bad thing about spells, but that's a whole nother thing. So then, I was like, even from around the world, I never thought that, but they started texting me, and I was like, this is so weird. Now, here's the funny part. This app is for you to make friends and for you to exchange cultures. So of course you're not going to do that. Either you find a cool person to talk to, or either that person is going to be one of those freaks who's like, oh, send me naked pictures. Like, it'd be no way in hell. And then you delete that person. But what was really like weird for me, really funny, as you can say, was that they all start to talk to you as they would do, like a normal dude who does that in Facebook. Like when they add you because you've got like friends in common, and they add you and they start like, you know, talking to you, like hitting on you, and you're like, okay, at least you know you live here. But how the hell is like dudes from India, Arabia, and like even the US, which is right around the corner from Mexico, it's like next to Mexico, how are they gonna text me trying to date me? I'm like, I just don't get that. They're like, oh, you're so pretty, oh, this, what else do you like, what I just don't get that at all. How the hell are you gonna have that? Now look, my second boyfriend was Joseph, and he lived in Tabasco, and I live in Veracruz, and people told me that it didn't count, you know, as a boyfriend or not, but I count him as a boyfriend because I count my boyfriend as a boyfriend. That way, because they had 3. And actually, I lived a lot of things that before this jackass of Memo I had lived with. Like, I rode with a woman, with Joseph, as I did with Memo 2 months ago. So, that's why I kind of was a boyfriend. But he lived somewhere else, and we had, like, a weird relationship, like, for a month. But either was, like, or being together or just fighting, and it was weird because how the hell are you gonna have a relationship with someone who was in somewhere else? So I never did take him seriously. So when I finally broke up with him, because I was like, I'm acting too slutty with him, I really was. I just didn't want to go to more. I broke up with him, and then he was like, but I need you, but I want you, and he like begged for me to go back with him, like for 6 months, and I was like, are you serious? But we never did date it, so I never did took it seriously. If you know this person by what it is now, technology, because this is what we've come to in our generation in 2003. I mean 2013. I'm still fucking asleep. I'm sorry. Okay, in 2013, this is what we've come to. Instead of, talking to that real person, if you do meet someone, it has to be in your school. Or I don't even, like, I haven't met, like, a guy hitting on you in the mall. I have that, like, fantasy of you going into a coffee and the man just seeing you, just sitting there on your table and just talking to you, and you find the love of your life suddenly in a coffee shop. Or maybe when you're about to buy something and you drop the item and he picks it up and he's like thank you. I don't know, I have that weird fantasy of meeting someone like that. But the truth is that is really far from years to happen, because it just won't. Because this is not how you meet people anymore. You meet people by internet, and I understand you can follow them or on Twitter or add them on Facebook as your friends, but how the hell am I to do this on Mina's app, which is from around the world? And I won't say my love of my life can't be, say, I like this guy, Diego, the one I've been talking to in Chile. I can't say he's not my love of my life. Maybe he is, because you don't want to speak too soon, but, like, that's what I don't understand. My grandma, well, both my grandmas were telling me stories about my grandma Elvira was telling me that the granddaughter of her neighbor, a friend of hers, Teresita, that her granddaughter found the love of her life, the man she married, by internet, because he lived in where did it tell me? In Spain. No, in Germany. No, in Spain. Oh no, in Europe. So he's like European. And they met by internet and started talking and fell in love, and he visited her. She visited him. I am so asleep. This is what studying for such a boring exam does to you. Sorry, Miss Patty. You're a good teacher. I love you. We have a good friendship, but your exam is so fucking boring. Anywho, so they met that way. So I guess you can have a relationship in that way. Now, the other one, like, my other grandma, Gloria, told me that there's a woman here. There was a story about a woman here a few years ago, and in Grande, where the ranch is, that she met her husband, which was Indian, because he saw a picture of her in a graduation book, and like a yearbook, and then he saw her and he was like, I'm gonna marry this girl, and he started like writing to her, and she started writing to him, and then before like they even knew each other, they like got married. I mean, when he came here, it was to get married, and then they went back to live to Italy. So it was like, that's so weird. And the other one of my grandma told, I mean, this woman went to see him and to see her, and then they became boyfriend girlfriend. They got married, and they went to live where he is from, Germany or Spain, wherever he is from. So imagine that. It's really funny how you can actually meet a man by internet or by not knowing that person at all. But then at the same time, I say, how are you going to have a relationship if you need like a man to hold you, to kiss you, to touch you, to everything? Well, at least I need that as me. as a 19 virgin. I do need that, 19-year-old girl. You do need that. So how the hell am I, like, my phone can't do that to me. So it's really weird, this app. I just don't get this app at all, because it's a really cool app. It really is, because you can text with people from around the world, but it's weird, because how are you going to have a relationship with them? Because this app should say, like, this is for have friendships, because everybody talks to everybody like if they were to have a relationship, and I just don't get that at all. Now, here's another thing important about this. You should always be careful not uploading information. You never know, like, there's a movie about this girl who meets a guy by texting, and I don't remember, but the guy's like, oh, well, I am like 13, and the girl, oh, okay, and then he's like, okay, I lied, I'm 15. Oh, okay, I forgave you. Then I'm like 17. Are you sure? Yeah, then I'm like 21. Then I'm like 20, and then he becomes like 30, and she's still talking to him. I don't remember the name of the movie, but she goes out with him, and he rapes her, and she doesn't even know that she was raped, because she, like, fell supposedly in love with this man, but she was raped because this man was older than her, and she was like underage. So I'm not gonna say that that's gonna happen, but you must be careful to not give out any information. That's really important. Like, never say where do you live, like the address, or where places you constantly visit, or stuff like that. If you are to talk with those people, be sure you add them on Facebook. Check their profiles. That's why you check your profiles. You got to check everything. Like the pictures. If that person does not have enough pictures, that person is not real. Check if you've got friends in common. If you've got friends in common, you can see that they're for real. Or ask your friends if they know this person. If they know this person, then you know that person is real. And you have opinions. If you add the Facebook and it's like just made, like I don't know, a month ago, it's more like real that this person is fake. So you gotta be like really careful with this internet line things, because I've come on Facebook some people who think are real and some who are fake, I guess, but I always end up deleting people I just don't think they're real. Like, I only add people onto my Facebook if they got friends in common, so that way I know, or if I know that person physically, because that's what you need to know that person physically, to know that person exists. And first of all, to know if that person's a good person. And you got to be careful on the internet, because they can either like insult you or play you, and never ever ever send like pictures. Like, don't sex. How do you call that? Sexting. Don't sexting. I'm still asleep. Never ever do that, because that person could upload it to internet. It could be the like newest porn star or something like that, or like children porn. So don't do that. So I guess from talking to this app, I just went to talking about internet safety. Sorry for that, but back to this app. This is a cool app. You should download it as long as you're careful. And if you're to talk to people, you can specific, like, in your profile, either I'm single, if I'm dating someone, or something. This is another thing that was weird to me. Everybody there's a lot of people in their profile that would write, I'm bisexual. And I didn't write, I'm heterosexual, but, like, I'm straight. I didn't write that. And I don't know if you should write that. Well, you should. That way that person who likes you, like, if you like that profile, you can like, oh, I can talk to this person, but I don't get it at all, because this is like how you're going to be in a relationship with someone in the world. But I think this app could also be for people who are bisexual. Again, I'm not discriminating. Bisexual, gay, or lesbian, or straight, to meet other people. So because this minus app, whatever it's called, being actually like a dating service, how, again, can you date someone who's half around the globe? I just don't get that at all. But it's a cool app if you want to make friends who can text people. And I've had a lot of this. I have friends before. I had one friend, which her name was Itsing. That's what her store was. Her name was Sarah. And Sarah and me were like really tight. We're like everything. But she lived in New York and I lived here. And we were like really, 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 really good friends. But then the girl sense page just disappeared and I lost contact with her, and I'm really sad about that because she was a good friend. I wonder sometimes when I remember her, like right now, does she remember me at all? So that's how you make, like, it's good. That's how you make friends. It's good to have like friends that are from another country because you can extend stuff like that, and you can, sometimes it's cool to have some friend you can just come home from a horrible day from home and just come and text that person, and that person is going to be there to be a good friend, and you're like, this is so much better than having like a friend here, because sometimes you just need to escape from the world and just figure out how the rest of the world is. So I guess this is a good thing, and I don't know what is to come. Like, I don't know what I want in my love life. I'm not using this app for love. If it is Diego, maybe I am, because I'm really into that man. I mean, he'd be one of those men if I met right now, like sitting right here next to me, I'd so crush on him. So I'm going to talk to that person and just continue talking to everybody polite, but just don't fall into games. I don't want a relationship. I said I'm going to leave this app for a week on my phone. And the persons I did like to talk to, I'm going to add them on Facebook, and then I'm going to delete this app. Because, it's not dangerous, but it is time consuming, and I have like an addiction. My mom says, they're like addicted to your phone, and I'm like, I'm not addicted. And she's like, people who are addicted say they're not addicted. So I think I am addicted, so I'm trying to let go on the phone. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to delete this app after a week. But hopefully I'll make good friendships. Hopefully Diego something more. After all, I'm tired of men here. And there's another guy, kind of like, his name is Tito. Yeah, well, that's how they call him. I just discovered he's into another girl. And he would like start telling me that he was into this other girl. And I was like, oh, I was starting to have a crush on you. But good, because that way I can forget Memo for good. I can forget Tito for good. Adolf, which is a whole nother story with him. Gotta let go of him a little and talk to Diego normal, because I can't have a relationship from another, like, he's not that far, but still, I can't have a relationship with a man who's in another country. Well, at least I think you can't. So thank you, YouTube, for watching this weird review. If you did, I really don't know again what I talked. Sorry, because I'm still asleep. I have to study some more. So I'm leaving. Thank you. Bye.